Hey, I'm Mike Brecker, and today we're going to take a look at a 2/5 line from Michael Brecker's Practice Notebooks, as well as some of the variations I came up with. Let's take a look. This line comes from the Practice Notebooks of Michael Brecker, and if you don't have this book, please go out and get it. It's a treasure trove of ideas from one of the greatest improvisers we've ever had in jazz. And as I worked through this, I decided to start a video series called The Brecker Files, where I'm going to take a look at some of the lines that stick out to me, as well as my own variations and the ways I work them into my own playing. This line takes place over a 2/5-1 progression in the key of C. So we have D minor 7, G7, C major 7. So the first part of this line is a really nice piece of vocabulary that we should work in our playing as many ways as we can. So this right here could be an entire quick 2/5 on its own, because it addresses both chords. So we start on D, E, F, G, E, C, B, D, and then we can resolve the C if we're playing a quick 2/5 in the key of C. And we should try to learn this in every position we can. This right here is one of those small pieces of vocabulary we want to get into our playing as many ways as we can, because it's going to come up over and over again, and we can use it so many different places. But let's take a look at the G7 portion. This is where things get really interesting. So he starts over G7. He plays a 1, 2, 3, 5 pattern on a B flat triad. Now this B flat triad comes out of the diminished scale that you would play over G7, which would be a G half whole or A flat whole half diminished. So these notes of the triad, we have B flat, which would be the sharp 9, D is the 5th, and F is the flat 7 over G7. Now the C is just kind of part of the pattern. That's the way I'm viewing it. He's playing a 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. Then he comes down to B natural, and then A flat. So that's what tells me he's thinking of diminished here. And resolves to G for the C major chord. So that's his line. Let's look at some of the variations I came up with. So for this first variation, we're going to play his 1, 2, 3, 5 pattern, and then come down an E major triad. And this E major triad is also from that same diminished scale that the B flat triad comes out of. And we can resolve that to G, or we can just walk up the arpeggio, walking up a C major 7 there. So we got B flat, C, D, F, E, B, G sharp, E, G, C, E, G, B. Now because this is out of the diminished scale, we can move it around in minor thirds. And any one of those fragments is something we could use over a G7 chord. Now for the second variation, I run with this theme of the 1, 2, 3, 5 pattern, that Coltrane pattern. So we keep that B flat, 1, 2, 3, 5, so B flat, C, D, F, and then I'm going to do it again over E flat. So I'm kind of viewing this as an enclosure over that E flat. And we're going to do the same thing, E flat, F, G, B flat. And I'm going to resolve it up a half step to B for the C major 7 chord. Now for this final variation, I'm going to leave the land of the diminished. And we're going to use the altered scale. But I'm going to keep his 1, 2, 3, 5 the same. Because I like that pattern a lot. So I'm going to walk up this 1, 2, 3, 5. B flat, C, D, F. And then I'm going to walk down what would be A flat melodic minor or G altered. And I'm kind of outlining a G7 sharp 5 shape here. So we got E flat, B natural, B flat, A flat, G. For the articulation, I slide from the B to the B flat. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at that. These are just 3 variations. I know the more time I spend with this, I'm going to come up with more and more, because these ideas that he has in this book are just a cool catalyst of something that can really spark the imagination and really get you going. So I look forward to doing more of these videos as I keep working through this book, because like I said, it's a treasure trove of ideas. There's so much in there. So thanks for checking out this lesson. Keep practicing. I'll see you next time.